Bangko Report.
Welcome to Bangko Report. I am Awi.
I'm Robbie.
Francis.
And finals just ended, and we are disappointed.
No?
It ended in a 4-1, which was not what we expected. Well, we expected it after you watched Game 1.
Yeah.
But we all, there were so many names for it. The starters called it the trilogy, and then it ended in 4-1. So, congrats to the Warriors. It's done.
Yeah,
and
congrats.
now, let's talk about the offseason. Offseason. Okay, let's go.
So what's the first news on our mind?
Buzz City.
No?
Buzz City. Buzz City.
I don't get why you're so happy with the fact that Dwight Howard got traded
For a white
my-
guy.
Got traded for
Miles
two white guys in Marco Bellinelli and Miles Plumlee. A Hawks fan actually commented, why? Because the Hawks posted, welcome Miles Plumlee and Marco Bellinelli, and then the guy answered, why am I happy about it? I will not welcome two trash cans to our team. Because the whole point was when they shot Dwight, the Hawks are tanking. They faced the fact that Millsap may not, or was probably not returning because he's due for a max deal, which the Hawks cannot afford. So they're tanking, and they're shelling out Dwight because his big contract. The weird thing with what they did, which Hawk fans are mad about, isn't because bastos yung ginawa lang kay Dwight. Because when they said he was being traded when he was talking about trades in an interview, ironically.
Got traded
But
after.
no, he got traded during the interview.
Oh, wow.
So after the interview, his agent was like, "Oh, you're in Charlotte now." so anyways, they weren't mad about that. What they were mad about was they did it to save space, but they only saved around 5 to 7 M, which isn't much considering people are shelling out 50 to 100 million deals since last year.
Yeah, the contracts are
So
bigger
they could have gotten something more, and they went down in the draft, 10 spots down in the draft. So it's okay to tank. That's what their point is. But at least get something out of what you're doing.
And they
Tank
failed.
the right way.
And they fail. Yeah, and now they're failing, and that's due to the new GS, former GS GM, and LA.
And
LA.
LA with the draft got
Man, it was so expected. I mean, like, they got
Lonzo.
when they traded
Big
away
ball.
D'Angelo Russell, you knew
They get
it's Lonzo Ball.
That's
You
worth it
knew.
naman. It's a good deal
what
for
makes
us.
Lonzo so, I don't know, what have you
He's
seen?
better than D'Angelo Russell. He has more.
Does he have
Okay,
ice in his
dude,
veins, bro?
dude. Now I'm still 100% on never calling it before they actually play the season.
But at least Miles goes guns. It's the best part.
I mean, look at Buddy Hield.
He continued the tradition of excellent big men.
He won the
of
first
the
5
Lakers.
games and he lost everything else.
Bro, draft last year, who was the top prospect, right? Buddy Hield. Scorer though, 20 points per game, supposedly. What happened now? He got traded.
Really?
He's with the Kings.
Yeah, he got traded to the Kings. He was
the centerpiece of the DeMarcus Cousins trade.
and he was the top prospect. Got traded, right? So again, don't call it. Who was supposedly the rookie of the year this year or last year? Dario Saric, and he was what pick, right?
Yeah.
So again, never
You
call
never
it
know.
in the draft, man.
But
Never.
I think it's
call it.
better naman than having D'Angelo
You really
being
didn't
erratic. He was okay at some point, but then he was really erratic.
In what
Fun
way?
to watch.
Yeah, he
Because
just
he was sharing pics about Nick Young and
No, Snapchat, diba?
Snapchat. He was Snapchatting.
He was a rat.
Dude, see, Nick Young.
Nick Young's
he
free
opted
agent
out.
din, diba?
Like, what the hell, man?
He opted out.
Yeah.
Why?
It's so weird. Like, the Lakers are nothing without Nick Young. Pwede
Dude,
mawala si Kobe.
Dude, Nick Young's nothing without the Lakers. Nobody was gonna
No,
sign him.
man.
Who's gonna get him?
I don't know.
Who does he
Wizards?
think will get him?
Union?
Nick Young, I love Nick Young.
Jesus Christ.
Parang siyang Terrence Romeo. Alam mo yun?
Yeah,
Yung
that's so-
stupid shit.
Why,
From a
okay,
Spurs fan.
what was his logic? Oh, Paul Millsap's opting out. Oh, Chris Paul's opting out. Oh, Blake's opting out. I'll probably be a
opt out
star.
too.
I'll opt out too. I'll probably get a max deal somewhere. Like, what the hell?
It's after the trade, right?
Yeah, sobrang bagay kaya niya sa Lakers. I don't
It's
know.
showtime.
Yeah,
It's
it's
fun.
showtime.
No, it's not
Like,
showtime because the team was trash and he's there. He's like the centerpiece of the trash.
Ano ba? Other news. Well, on
Jimmy
my
Butler.
end.
Jimmy Butler.
Yes.
Jimmy
Just
Butler.
trade ba?
A lot of people.
Straight trade?
Yeah, syrup trade for Zach
Chris
Levine, Chris Dunn,
And,
right?
yeah,
and
and,
other draft picks.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people call it an F. Like, on the grade, they would grade it an F. Like, is it an F?
It's an F for Chicago.
It's good for
obviously.
Timberwolves.
'Cause
Yeah. I mean, is it that
again,
bad?
it's the tanking argument. Like, if you're gonna tank, might as well get something
right.
out,
Hindi, okay,
out of it.
hypothetically, wala. They've been trying to trade Butler since the mid-season.
Yeah, because but my problem is with getting Zach LaVine, he's barely a role player. Because he's coming, you're getting a guy who's coming from who's off injury, right?
ACL pa,
So
yeah.
you're not sure pa if he's 100% or not.
True.
And he's the only valuable piece in that trade.
Yeah.
I mean, like Chris Dunn's like a rookie was, mediocre.
Pero he had hype rin, in fairness, si Chris Dunn.
Yeah,
He had
hype again, mediocre, nothing happened, right?
Yeah.
So the only thing you can look at is Zach LaVine, and what you're looking is a one-way player in Zach LaVine against a two-way, technically superstar in Jimmy Butler, and you just trade that straight up. Like what does Chicago plan to do now? Oh, they're gonna they're gonna go on a championship run with Dwayne Wade, Rajon Rondo, and Zach LaVine, and Robin Lopez.
The future is...
Is that the future of the Bulls? Right? So I get it that it sucks to be a Bulls fan right now because of that deal.
True. On the other end, my end, it's like LaMarcus Aldridge is... You know, the Spurs, they never make noise in free agency, and now LaMarcus is being a little bitch.
You know why? Because they want to trade LaMarcus Aldridge for a random European player. You're selling out cap space for the next big European player that they can find in the EuroLeague,
The Spurs way, bro.
But shame on Aldridge, really. I mean,
Honestly, since day one, I mean, it's not the Spurs' fault. Like...
He sucked on his own.
Yeah, and okay, so he wanted to be the number one option. He was given that in the biggest stage, diba?
Nothing happened.
And what happened? He was... Honestly, his shots weren't even... I mean, they weren't even superstar shots, diba? They were like...
Actually, they were
open,
his... No, they were actually his shots.
Yeah, they were his shots.
He just wasn't making them, which made it look like that his shots in Portland were all lucky. Because he makes that... that flicking fade away left, right. And now it's missing. It looks like it was really lucky in Portland now.
Pero it's just frustrating, diba? Parang now you're complaining. Parang what else did you want? You had your chance.
I actually like Stephen Jackson's rant about LaMarcus Aldridge during the playoffs, because he said that I don't get how you're an all-star with a big ass multi-million-dollar contract, but you cannot go left in the court. Apparently, that was what Draymond Green was doing to Aldridge during the playoffs. That's why Aldridge couldn't score at all. So I got me thinking, you're an NBA player, you can't go left. I hear that from grade schoolers, from high schoolers, but come on, the NBA.
Yeah, I heard that level.
I didn't think that was actually a thing that was going to happen.
Yeah, right. In fairness, I mean, during that series, I mean, he was going against Draymond, which is a legit DPO.
Yeah, but 6'11", 6'7", the length, the wingspan.
He could have played better.
Yeah, he could have played a lot better. And again, my problem with Aldridge was during day one of his signing, his first season, he never really did anything to stand out on the team. It wasn't the typical 1-2 punch na, we get he'll never overshadow Kawhi.
Yeah.
Because Kawhi scores 30, 40 now. He can. But
30 points.
But you can't you'd at least expect Aldridge to drop at least 20 or around 19. But he's been dropping what? 12, 16, 15. And
very inconsistent.
And because of the playoffs now where Kawhi was injured, you see his 16, 15 a lot more.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't step up when the team needed him most.
It's
just surprising na siya pa yung nagko-complain.
And to say that the Spurs compromised your offense, the Spurs of all teams that compromised your offense, the Spurs. They started their whole motion offense. You're complaining about the Spurs. He says a lot about the guy.
Yeah, true.
So, are they gonna trade him though?
I don't know. Yun nga, again, there's just not
Cavs,
a lot of
right?
big men.
Diba?
There's not a lot of big men. And no, trading Kevin Love for LaMarcus Aldridge
Will totally solve the problem.
Yeah,
It's the same thing. Because obviously we know Kevin Love's a defensive stopper. If you get Kevin Love, all problems are solved. You have Kevin Love and Gasoft in the center.
Gasoft.
In the front court, everything works.
Okay, so ano ba? What
Well, Gordon Hayward is opting out along with Blake and Chris Paul.
Clear.
So
Lob
where are they
City
going? Oh, and
is
Paul George.
eventually- Yeah, but Lob City, bro, officially over.
Well, they called it last
Clear.
when the season started. That
Yeah.
you know, whether they win or not, injury or not, if they don't make it, it's
It's
done.
over.
Yeah.
So it was expected,
Yeah.
but you know, it sucks to be DeAndre, because you know you were supposed to go to
Good
Dallas
Dallas.
Oh,
and be a good piece in Dallas, right?
nga.
You're
Yeah,
hyped.
stay pa.
You were hyped, and then you know Clippers pulled this meeting. No, don't go and whatever. So you got a good multi-year deal, and then what happens?
You're stuck with it.
Yeah, you're stuck, and then the guy who got your offense, Chris Paul, then Blake, they're leaving.
Yeah, and kasi okay, so it's okay naman, diba, continuity. Parang that's, like the Spurs do it, diba? It's something, it's good. Pero with the Clippers ang nangyari, parang naging stagnant sila. Alam mo yun, yung parang walang nangyayari.
And you could see again, they never went past the second round.
Yeah, they reached that,
That was their peak.
Joe
second
Johnson
round.
Hawks.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be Joe Johnson Hawks now. Not even Joe Johnson.
Mr. 108M.
Yeah. I mean, that's why they paid him that much, bro. I'm sorry. It's just,
This is the most I can get out of it. Sorry, this is the farthest I can bring you.
yeah. So,
Okay, so who do you think Paul can go to?
I hear a lot with the
Spurs.
Spurs, but it's not
Spurs.
happening. The Spurs are not gonna make a super team.
Yeah, but
We
he
thrive
makes,
on making a good bench.
okay.
You're
Let's look at
gonna-
it this way. Paul, I think even though at his age he still can get a max contract. I think Paul will sacrifice for a smaller contract in a big market.
Yeah,
So in terms
yeah.
like big market in terms of a playoff team. So I think that's plausible for him to go to the Spurs.
No, yeah, but then I've been looking at the contract situation at Spurs. If they get Paul, they'd be alam mo yung Miami with LeBron there. They matitira na lang mga scrap. Yung people with the Eric Dampier.
Yeah, but Pop can make it work, and he has
Yeah,
a Chris
pero
Paul.
that's like when has the Spurs never had a good bench? When have you ever? Diba? Like it's not their style to.
Well,
get
technically,
super
they make the
players.
shitty players work. That's their whole thing.
Yeah, pero I'm just saying like they'd have to like give
You
up
mean
Patty
it had to
Mills.
be their bench will decrease to another level.
Yeah, I don't know. You really have to throw out a lot. So baka mailang
Yeah, but the
sila.
thing is, guy, Paul could get a contract that's not
Less.
as expensive.
Yeah, but it's not minimum. Parang he'd be leaving like ang alam ko mga
Oh,
10 mil, 15 mil. It's a huge amount of money. But yeah, sure. I mean, anything's possible, sure. Pero I don't think it's probable.
Fine. Gordon Hayward, where do you think he's going? Some are saying Boston.
I like him for Boston. I like him.
Okay lang.
Ano?
Doesn't
Yeah.
solve the problem.
Ano ba laro ni yung rookie nila?
I'm sorry.
Markel Fultz?
No. He
Di ba
didn't
si rookie,
get
di ba?
Fultz.
They got Fultz, di ba?
No, they traded. They were 76ers.
Ah, yeah, 76ers. Who's the third bigger? Josh
I have no
Jackson.
idea.
Not Josh Jackson. Josh.
They are
Okay, while
no.
are you looking?
I'll try to.
Okay, so while you're looking, it's okay on paper to get Gordon Hayward, like fans, team, people to watch, but it doesn't make sense. It doesn't solve the problem.
For the Celtics?
Yeah,
the problem
it doesn't
of
solve
the
the problem. Which is the problem is they couldn't stop
Big.
LeBron inside because they don't have they don't have a stopper inside.
Well, one of the.
And that's why it was a problem. Their issue was we need rebounding, we need a stopper. What do we do? Let's get Horford. That doesn't make sense. And now if they get Butler now, Butler. If they get Gordon Hayward now, the more doesn't make sense. Because we can't beat LeBron. So what do? Let's outshoot him. I mean, you're not the Golden State Warriors. Only the Golden State Warriors can do that, and they've proved that. But they did something unreal because they got Kevin Durant, and the guy just virtually walked with them. Wanted to join their team.
Paul George makes sense for the Celtics. I mean, if you can't get a shot blocker right now, then get a
But it's
big
just
wing to
it's
match up with
more
LeBron.
like tickets than actually.
Yeah, you say no one's gonna stop LeBron.
They got a
Paul
6'8"
George.
small forward.
Paul
6'9",
George is
Paul.
6'9".
6'9", small
No,
forward.
for
Oh, I'm sorry.
the Celtics drafted Jason Tatum.
Yeah, he's a scorer though. I hear.
A long wing with a standing reach of nearly 9 feet.
What the fuck?
Wait, is he a big or a small forward?
Small forward.
Ah.
Forward siya.
Again, doesn't solve the problem.
Yeah. Pero I mean, barring and getting any shot blocker, I think the next best thing would be to get a LeBron stopper, and I think
But,
George
again,
could be a LeBron stopper.
Given what's happening now in the league, we know that the Hawks are tanking, We know that the Raptors are tanking because Lowry is also probably leaving. You know, they're saying he might go to Sixers just for the money.
Wow.
They're saying that just for the money.
Yeah, that's
So who else is tanking? Cleveland.
Huh?
If LeBron decides to really leave and ask for a
Lakers.
trade. So the point is, the East right now could actually be that, you know, the I mean, the competition could be that wide open
yeah.
if, you know, if LeBron actually leaves and everybody else is tanking.
I'd laugh if LeBron left. And I mean, kasi yung Atlanta tanked kasi they decided, you know, we're not gonna beat LeBron.
Yeah.
And LeBron leaves. Like, damn.
Yeah, now
They gave Corver away to them. It's like, you know, we can't beat you here. Take Corver.
Have Corver. Yeah, but Corver didn't do anything also in, you know, in the finals.
So disappointing.
Unlike, no, except for his dunk. Turn back the clock! It was 2 points, but they still lost the game. Like,
Turn back the clock. Even when at his peak, he didn't dunk.
he was dunking, but it was a joke. The bench would go wild. But again, it wouldn't help anyways. But yeah, so I mean, you'd have. Can you imagine the East would look? What would the East would look like if you just had Boston and Washington going for the Eastern Conference Finals?
That's a sad.
I mean, you know that whoever wins the West, probably the champion.
Yeah.
Probably the champion.
So
No
rough
matter
fun.
what
Imagine the
happens.
All-Star team.
Fun ng All-Star game,
Oh,
guys.
isa ka pala, you have guys like
LeBron.
You have LeBron, Curry, Durant all in the West. Like, what the hell?
Hey, that's the finals.
Like, what's the point of playing, right? Why even call this an All-Star game?
Just call it the Golden State Warriors.
Why
and
they'll
the
do
other
it like-
guys.
No, let's call it
sophomore rookie game.
No, let's call it the superstar contracts versus the scrubs.
Parang drafted ulit like before.
Huh?
Diba? That's what they did this sophomore rookie game. They asked Shaq and Barkley to like draft players from
Oh
both
yeah,
sides.
that was a good idea. That was fun. I think that was fun. Well, I guess that, you know, concludes our episode.
So yeah, so let's wait until there are more headlines in the trade.
And I'm sure there's more.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
A lot of
Off-season just started. A lot of
agents,
stupid
yeah.
trades just happened already. So let's wait for a whole lot more stupid deals,
Alright.
and hopefully we'll report about it. Since technically we've all graduated, so maybe we can make
More.
vids. Maybe.
Alright.
I have class
Yeah.
next week.
So yeah, thank
Hopefully
you
we will.
for listening.